country. And what do you got to do? You got to put all back in there, and you say, okay, first figure out your tribal warfare shit first. Kill off all the losing tribes, and then when there's one tribe left, then you can maybe be grown-ups a little bit. We're gonna help you, okay? We're gonna help the Muslims after they're done killing themselves.
But the thing is that ISIS basically wants the world to turn on the Muslims in general because they would benefit from it. They want the world.
Not we really turned on them. They want the world to turn on them. You mean they want us to nuke the shit out of them? Is that what they want? They want to bomb the shit out of them? They want everybody to bomb them at once? Is that what you mean by turn on them? Because that's what I think we should do. Turn on them.
To be prejudiced towards Muslims, you could.
It's not prejudice. It's descriptive accuracy. These people are fucking scoundrels. They oppress women. They are bad, primitive thinking people. They don't deserve our respect. They deserve our contempt.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference between a secular Muslim and an ISIS supporter. You can't compare those two.
Sure, I can, because most of them hate women.
Eric, how many Muslims are there in the world?
Too many.
Okay, where do the majority of them live? Do the majority of them live in the Middle East? Because I think you'll get this question wrong.
I think it's 1.2 billion.
If you are talking about the actual, as far as countries or something, you're looking at the Philippines. And I agree, that's a distinct population. Okay? There's no doubt that there are Asian populations. There are some Asian subpopulations of Muslims who behave differently. They are the exceptions that prove the rule. Now, most of the Muslims, in terms of those who are active in terms of being political agents in the world, are those who are coming out of the Middle East. Those are the ones we have to worry about because the ones in the Philippines are somewhat more moderate, somewhat more secular.
Region. It's the region, not the religion. It's the region, not the religion.
Wrong.
I don't agree with that either because I'll have to dig in my computer to find it, but I've saved a big, long survey that they did in multiple countries, London, Africa, South America, where they basically just asked them questions like that, like, do you believe that infidels should be put to death? And while the majority said no, too many supported. They asked some questions like, do you support what ISIS does? Do you support honor killings, things like that? And a large number of them said, yes, I support that. So even if you have 1.7 billion Muslims in the world, enough of them are radical to the point where they want every non-Muslim put to death. That's concerning.
And enough being like 10
exaggerate. I don't think they want everybody put to death, but it is fair to say this, that the problem with Islam is neither the region nor the ideology, it's the Muslims, the individual Muslims. Most Muslims would choose to act on behalf of a lot of oppressive shit.
Yeah, that's
would
true.
advocate on behalf of a lot of oppressive shit, would support all kinds of rights violations and all kinds of rights suppression in favor of the primacy of their ideology. Now, because their ideology is not only exclusive but actively aggressive towards other memes, it is distinct in that fashion. It's like a virus, okay? However, what's most significant is we need to stop blaming anybody but the individual people. Okay, you people, I have labeled you as part of a group now because you're all Muslim, and that seems to be the common thread. Now, I'm not saying it's caused by the religion. I'm not saying it's caused by the region. I'm not saying it's caused by your race. I'm saying you fuckers are going back there. Here's a newsie. Have fun. Figure it out, motherfuckers. And if you don't figure it out and you're going to have too much of a problem, I tell you, number one on the list, if you cause too much of a problem, Mecca goes, man. Boom. Goodbye, Mecca. Fuck Mecca. Saudi Arabia, you're next.
It's my job to learn this shit and read this shit, and honestly, I have my own conclusion, but most people don't agree. But yeah, who cares? Fuck it. The Muslim ban, not the Muslim ban, but the fucking refugee ban is right because fuck it, they don't have two opposing ideals like go hand in hand together. That's true, but I mean
But the Muslim ban isn't really like a Muslim ban. This just
I know. I said the wrong word. I said the wrong word. But the refugee ban for Syria and Iraq, yeah.
Hey man, what's your name? The Marine?
Kodo.
That's Kato.
Oh, okay. Hey, nice to meet you, man. I was prior Army. So when you're talking about the region, just kind of a side note, when we talk about the region, there's a definite problem with, like, have you been to Afghanistan?
No.
No? Okay. Like a region like Afghanistan that has basically been dogfucked by one superpower or another for a long time, they basically are sticks and stone level of technology. They're mud huts. They literally live in like mud huts.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're doing. Their culture is beyond primitive. Like they will kill each other over packets of Skittles, shit like that.
Yeah, they will. Again, like I said, they've been fucked in the ass, and people don't realize that. It's not just the fucking religion. It's when people get fucked in the ass and they don't have anything, they will listen to whoever will fucking keep them alive. And that's simple. It's as simple as that. That's my conclusion.
You're absolutely right, and it's no doubt that the Western powers fucked the whole region when they decided to organize them like countries instead of letting them develop in their own pace. However, that's said and done. Now, whether we're responsible for it or not, I mean, that's not when we say we're doing humanitarian actions and supporting the good humanitarian goals in the short term, we neglect to understand the nature of the system we damage. Look at Sweden.
Oh no! Like I said, I completely agree with your stance on the refugee ban and like not letting them. That's really smart. But I don't agree with the premises. I do agree with the premises because again, like it would fuck us up, I believe. But I just don't agree with your fucking like the background. Like
the force of my anti-Muslim rhetoric.
Yeah,
you think it's excessive.
I agree with your position. We just have different outlooks.
Well, the thing is, I can always pull back from any extreme shit. I'm not really advocating specifically that in fact, my specific advocacy is that we don't touch them, we don't kill them or anything like that. We put them back where they came from and say, here's some guns, and let them deal with it themselves. That's my advocacy. Okay, it's no guns, no boats. Here's some free guns. Figure it out, you guys. And when they
we
kill
already did
themselves,
that once. We've already done that a whole bunch, which is kind of the issue.
No, but we keep picking sides. Just give it to everybody.
Dude, the whole situation in Syria, if you want a confusing mess to try and sort through, that is definitely one issue where we've taken like 3 sides.
Don't pick any side. Don't pick any side. Just sort of drop them randomly around the country from planes. Here's some more guns. Keep it up. We're building the wall around you. Keep you in. Like that.
Shit.
That's fair. It's fair. It's their land. It's their problem. They can figure it out themselves. Here's some guns.
That'd be nice.
Because what was a possible complaint they could have? Well, we don't have the means to defend ourselves. Here's some guns. But it's your country. Figure it the fuck out. We built big walls around you. No boats, no planes for you. Sorry.
Oh yeah, like I don't know who you guys were supporting in the presidential, like the primaries before it was Trump versus Hillary, but I liked Rand Paul for a lot of reasons, and one of those reasons is that was kind of his approach to it. He was hands off. It was just stop fucking with him. We've tried regime change. We've tried kicking the doors down and installing whoever we wanted or whatever over and over, and it's never worked out well. It's never fucking worked. Stop fucking with them.
Yeah, exactly. Just put them back there and give them guns and let them do their thing.
I think America should just stop fucking caring so much.
Yeah.
We have to be the world leaders. Like, so no, like, wait, let the country, like, it's because we help everybody out. We do all the shit for them.
You have a tendency to involve yourself in stuff that you're, like, really shouldn't be involved in, but I think it's due to financial interest most of the time.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting out. He doesn't want to die.
Don't blame you, dude.
Okay, look, I've got really good foreign policy ideas that are contentious, but entirely metaphysical. So the way you play it is like this. For example, my policy app that I want to run on stage is a Talking with Famous People case that I've built around using Talking with Famous People to advocate on behalf of Taiwan and being its own country instead of the People's Republic of China having control over it. So I don't know if you're familiar with the One China policy, but anyway, the point of it is that the official U.S. policy should be that the U.S. policy is equal to the standing winner of the argumentation chains on China and Taiwan. So until China can successfully win the arguments, then our official stance is whoever winning the argument right now. So it's like, then they have to continue arguing it out. So we say, we'll structure it like every week it'll be the next step in the process or something, and there'll be a series of argument chains or whatever. However it plays out doesn't matter. The point is, it's not actually going to happen. The point is, that's the plan that we're going to run in policy debate. And the idea is that discursive frameworks solve in ways that physical world action don't. So forcing China to engage discursively on the topic of Taiwan on a real way, trying to defeat you on a zero-sum framework, kind of debate framework, making them actually deal with the actual arguments involved, rather than prohibiting their citizens from learning or saying anything about such arguments. Well, that's going to have a more impactful change on Chinese society than anything else, because they'll have to learn what the actual best arguments are, and which arguments win and which arguments lose. And then you don't actually do anything, right? You're not sending any tanks anywhere. You're not sending any troops anywhere. You're just saying our policy on China and Taiwan, China, is contingent upon this argument change, these argument changes that are set up over here. Now, argue them. If you want our policy to be what you want it to be, you just have to win the argument.
Yeah, I mean, that was something that was a big sentiment as far as simply just, troops tired of being like, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't feel like I'm doing anything significant or that there's any reason I should be over here. Or that any of my friends should be over there. It's pointless.
Exactly.
Did you go over there when you were in the Army, Ace?
Yeah.
Oh, you were in the Middle East.
Yeah, I did 2 tours.
Was that, did it give you PTSD? Are you supposed to ask that? Probably not. Huh.
No, I don't mind, but no, I don't think it did.
Just fucking suck.
Okay, well, that's good.
Piss you off.
Yeah, people like to get poetic with it, but it didn't give me any problems or emotional issues other than for a while I had issues with it's kind of hard to describe it. Just when you're in a situation like that and then you come back to real life and it's kind of everything's just kind of bland and really mellow and nothing is really as significant, because at least the first time I was over there, it was really you really feel like you're doing something really, really meaningful. It's really, really important. And then you get disillusioned and, you come back and you're kind of wow, that really didn't mean shit. I didn't really accomplish anything, and now I'm here and I'm doing, I'm just kind of putt-putting around my life. You're sitting in food lines staring at the chip aisle 3 weeks ago I was, in physical danger and shit. It's kind of hard to marry those two mindsets, come back down to reality, so to speak.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I didn't fucking see combat, so I didn't go have a combat deployment. But it's weird because I can't imagine for you, because all I did was go on a mute. I went on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but
you broke up a little bit.
Never mind.
All right, so that's interesting that you went and did that and you came back. I would say that what your mind needs more than anything, not that you need anything actually, but I'm just saying in general, somebody's mind needs who comes back to something that's very engaging to something that's not engaging, like regular life, is talking with famous people. Because somehow, even though nothing really ever happens around here, I always feel like something's happening around here. Because somebody's talking about something there'd be a certain amount of, well, have you talked to the new guy yet? Yeah, there's a certain amount of that. And this kind of conversations. Because I really felt not that I went to combat or anything like that, but that life was too slow. That's what you described, being stuck in the blandness of life. I've always found the blandness of life to be almost crippling in its not fast enoughness.
Yeah, I mean, I would do really stupid things just because it would engage me, and I would start dumbass fucking arguments with, you know, my superiors